Good morning, happy Friday, welcome to the show, and I say welcome for the both of us. It's me and
Amir, yeah,
Amir, that guy, Amir, a nearly bearded. Look, it takes me what
close.
3 months to grow a beard. You're what 10 days in, and you
Not
already have
even. This is like 6 days in, man. Not even.
See, that's why I had to shave my beard because I knew a real beard was coming. So
There you go.
You know, that way. Here, my camera's not dialed in. Forgive me, everybody. A couple apologies to do before we even get to the show. So let's stay bright. No, that looks good enough. Not thrilled with my lighting. It's okay.
Dude, I'm super enjoying that studio that you got going on, man. That's like now you got both sides.
You see the stripes on both sides now. It's hard to see the back ones,
cool.
but they go up. And then I'm really digging it, and I'm liking the way it's showing on camera because I wanted more. I realized I was black on black on black on black. That was my set design.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, okay, let's bring a little color back into this. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, apologies. Number one, apology. I have not run this show in quite some time, the Pitstop. So forgive me. It's probably going to be a little in disarray and out of sorts. So that's number one. Number two, I want to apologize to mostly you, Amir, and everybody else.
Why?
You know what? Last Friday, I got in and I joined you for the show.
Yeah.
And I was still just flat out exhausted and worn out, and just had no brain, had just no attention span, and I was kind of a mess. And I was like, wow, I've never really been in that mind state during a show, whether it be recorded or live. And it was really odd for me because I was like, wow, I was like a little fish out of water almost. So yeah, I just felt like I was really off my game, and it was mainly exhaustion, and maybe a little bit of stress on top of that. And here we are just a week later, and man, I'm a different vibe. So yeah, now you know what? I got a race in this week. I got to race on Sunday. I've been filming. I've been editing. I have a show that was going to come out yesterday. Forgive me, everyone. I'm a little behind. It will. I literally just have to film 3 shots, 3 B-roll shots, and it's done. So we'll have that out today for sure, and that's the Moza. Well, I'll get to that when we get to the Simpit. Moza Senza. So
Let's just say, dude, I don't think you really have to apologize. I mean, last week, we didn't really air out everything that was going on personally. So like, dude, like I completely understand where you were coming from last week. I think it was me just like pushing you harder and harder. Like, hey, Shaun, it's been a month. You need to be back on the show. Where, I don't think you were in the right state of mind to come back on. But hey, I mean, people. I think people. I was trying to push you because I think people miss you to be on the show. And so I think maybe it was me having to apologize because I pushed you a little too early. But hey, but you're back. You're happier now.
We needed to get those wheels turning. The axles were starting to rust a little bit, and we need to break them loose. Apologies. So you don't know until you know. During my race stream, I was having some drop frames, and it was like a momentary glitch that went on. And then it seemed to have recovered. And we didn't lose any more frames from that minute on. I seem to be having that problem again. So I don't know. I am in a new location. I do have the highest speed internet I can get. But if it hiccups, it doesn't matter how fast it is if it hiccups. So I have a little bit, I apologize. Looks like we're getting a choppy stream. I'm seeing a spinning wheel on my feed, but I know we're still live because it still shows excellent connection on YouTube. So I don't know. Hopefully it's going to clear it. Amir, I'm sorry, Joa says it's dropping frames right now. So I don't know. I will. Let's put a note to myself.
Right now.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna. You talk for a minute.
No, we're good. Well, yeah, Shaun's doing that. Let's just say hi to everybody. Everybody that is in chat. Hey, so we've got Tom Jones, we've got Shaun Seabrand from Pro Sim Racing, Joe Antonio, we've got Dirge and Janira. Hi, Janira, how's it going? Shout out to you. We got Andrew Slizen, David Payne. Glad David Payne has joined us too. Who else? We got David S going off. He's in our chat too. So yeah, everybody that's joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here, and we're just trying to spread the vibes. It's Friday. Yesterday was Halloween. I don't know. I didn't really do anything for Halloween. You got Ice Cream C. Hi, Ice Cream C. I didn't have any kids come over for Halloween. As I was driving around town, though, I saw a bunch of kids running around, trick or treating, but none of them came to my house. I didn't have any of those signs. Like, we were talking in chat where Shaun might have a sign in front of his yard. I'm kidding. Oh man.
Tom
but
Jones! Hold on.
Yes.
We got the main part of the show rebuilt and ready to go.
Yeah. Good vibes all out. It's Friday, so we got to enjoy the weekend because it's gonna be your second race back too, Shaun, this weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we?
We're gonna be at Suzuka, one of my favorite tracks.
Suzuka.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get to it. I gotta finish this edit so I can get back to selfish driving.
Oh, I gotta do the same thing too. I gotta finish the Pimax Crystal Light video stuff. I gotta do that, finish all my B-roll footage for that, and then I gotta get my triples hooked back up so I can start actually doing some real practice too, man. But oof, yeah, it's a little bit of work switching from triples to VR and back again. I'm not gonna bore everybody with that.
I don't know how I'm gonna keep I don't know how I'm gonna keep it together. Looking at the OBS flashing red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. It's killing me. It's killing me, everyone. Yeah. All right. Oh well. What are you gonna do?
I think the audio is good. I mean, we just gotta keep rolling as we can. Maybe it fixes itself, man.
What happened to this guy's head on the Simpit on the Sim Racing Burnout? What happened to that guy's head?
What happened? Whose head? Oh, that's the matchstick that burned out.
Man, that poor dude. That poor dude.
That's from Sim Racing Burnout, yeah.
All right. On with the show, everybody. Welcome to the Pitstop. Yeah. The only weekly sim racing news and chat conversation show there is. Tom Jones, I don't have my rant cam. No rant cam, no rant. I can't rant. I mean, I guess I could just get up in there and really, but
just get up in your face with the camera. Ah!
No, and I gotta tell you, I'm gonna clutch my heart here. Maybe I'm not sure the rant cam is healthy. No, I'm kidding. You
gotta rant every once in a while.
We're bringing it back. We're gonna bring it back. I'm still building things up one at a time around here and doing it sort of on a need as or most important basis. So lighting is coming along. We're okay. I'm a little look on the pink side. I might be able to color balance that. But I like that you can see my room background. I like my stream. Yeah. I like that I'm sitting at a desk. Behind me, my rig is just prominent back there and works out really well. All right, so yeah, things are coming along, but we're still playing catch up. All right, Simpit. No video this week so far, and that's because I'm late on the Moza Racing Lamborghini Essenza SCV12 rim. Are you not? You're shaking your head no.
I'm shaking my head.
It's so good to be back. Accountability back. Wow. Wow. I haven't had to deal with accountability in a while.
No, I know, because I know, we were talking yesterday. You were having issues with your camera. I think that's probably why you're having to go back and film the B-roll footage too, because just with the issues you had. And we were I was trying to help you fix all that stuff, man.
Yeah, and it's really good because it will help me. I use 2 different lenses with the camera now. Mm-hmm. And when I switch to that other lens, it's not automatic. It's full manual. Yeah. So now I have I used red lines instead of blue because my eye sees the red very quickly. But yeah, I can see the lines. Anyway, we're we're working on it. We're working on it all.
Yeah. John, how's it going, buddy? Thanks, David. David's loving your new room, and he likes my shelf of stuff.
I like your shelf of stuff. I'm
I need,
thinking that I might put some stuff on one of the two walls, maybe not both.
okay,
So where it's white, like I have that window piece I made.
right.
It's too big, like it didn't fit in the window here. But I
Hmm.
was kind of eyeballing it, and I'm like, well, if I were to cut the whole thing across and like kind of frame it in, I could just hang it on the wall like a piece of art,
Yeah.
and it would stand off the wall a little bit. But I kind of like it, so I think I might work on that as soon as this weekend, maybe. Depending on, it might rain this
Oh.
weekend, so maybe not. But it'll need some finishing work for that positioning. But yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, we
I
don't have a
know.
ton of news, by the way, and I'm gonna rifle through it because I don't think there's anything that important to talk about. But
Yeah, that's my thing, man. Like, I got too much stuff. Like, that's actually like that shelf, like, dude. It barely scratches the surface of the things I have. Not, I don't have a lot of sim racing stuff, but all like my collectibles and everything like that. So I gotta find a place where like not only maybe like with a basement, like I gotta find something that has a big basement, turn that into the man cave slash studio, and then I could just have everything on display, and that was just like wall to wall of things that I've collected over the years. So I don't
right,
know.
yeah, yeah, I that would be cool.
Yeah,
If
man.
I could get some space and I could stop moving, it would help. That would really help.
Yeah, man.
So
And we miss you too, David. Man, we really do. Every Sunday could be racing therapy for you. I'm just
well,
throwing it out there.
well, then let me kind of touch upon that topic slightly. Again, I don't really,
Yeah.
the news is secondary in certain
Yep.
days of the pit stop. But so I had a month off, right? I didn't even have a rig set
Right.
up, and I was preoccupied with a bunch of other stuff. And
Mhm.
it didn't really sink in probably until about mid race, because it wasn't even the few
Right.
laps of practice I did, but it was mid race that I started getting my groove back.
Hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, here we go. Okay, we're racing again," and it felt really good. But so here's the problem I'm having. The following week, or Monday. Not today, Friday, but Monday
Right.
was okay. I want to do some driving, but
Yeah.
do I just fire up the Super Formula Light at Suzuka with race conditions and run solo? And it's like, yeah, that would be really
Hmm.
good for my race performance. And I'm always slow to adjust well to downforce cars. And this is
Right.
definitely a downforce car. So I'm like over braking it and, just making some. I need some adjustment time. But
Yeah.
I can't do that all week to keep myself entertained, right, David? I mean, and
Right.
so now that I've made my comeback, I had some time away, and now I'm back and I'm excited. I need more than the super formula, but I can't
Right.
turn my back on that either. And I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I was doing some testing with the Lamborghini wheel. The closest I could get in iRacing was the Lamborghini GT3. So I
Hmm.
was just driving it just because, and what do you know, there was a huge crowd in the GT3, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I could race this anytime I want because there's a gazillion people doing it, fixed setup. And it was like, I think that for me, and I don't know if this is a takeaway for anybody out there or David at all, but it's like, cool, having my racing series with my bros is cool, but I can't just practice that 6 days and race on Sunday. I need
Hmm.
something else, and I need to really put something in that front spot to really
Right.
get back into the groove. Because now that I'm inspired and having fun, it's like, cool, let's take it to that next step and try to get a little more consistency in multiple disciplines, even.
Yeah. Well, dude, I even noticed it too, like when during the race, because I was pay attention at everybody's lap times, like because you started off like you were in the you start off doing like 124s, but then by the end of the race, man, you were getting in the groove, like you were getting down to the 122s, and you were keeping it steady for like the last, like I'd say like the last third of the race.
I made
Like you
very few
finally,
mistakes either. I mean,
yeah,
I might have been a little on the slow side, but I was pretty
right.
consistent and safe.
I mean, I'm not
Um,
saying I didn't pass you like you were standing still,
Well,
but
I did notice that I had more downforce than anyone on the track. And all you needed to do was go through the first straightaway. However,
yep.
it's why I also didn't drive off the track.
Yeah.
I had a car that I could keep on the track pretty well. So
Yeah.
anyway, we'll come back to that in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Simpit, nothing to talk about. I will have a video out today, I promise. Promise. I will die on the blade on this promise here. This isn't just like, yeah, we're shooting for it. No, got it there. All right.
I'll hound you every hour until you get it out. There you go.
And I'm going to forewarn everybody. All right. We'll never get to the news. It's okay. I am determined to change the way I do my show. Been doing it a very long time. I think it'll be more fun for me. I think if I do it well, it'll be more fun for you. And I'm determined. However, man, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, right? So no matter how many times I try to be different, do different, it doesn't always work out that way. And so then I'm like in the editing room and I'm like, how is this any different? It's just weird. So I'm not sure if it's weird. I'm not sure if it's different. And I'm super duper self-conscious. So if you're watching this show, you're part of the hardcore Simpit community, the pit crew. Feel free to send me a note privately and let me know your thoughts. And you can be constructive criticism is welcome. But yeah, I'm a little self-conscious. So yeah, input goes a long way. And I am trying to do something different. I think it'll be beneficial if I can, and it'll be good. Like I said, it might be more fun for me, might be more fun for you, and who knows. So, all right.
Yeah.
See, we should never let me run this show. We'll never get. All right.
Why?
22 minutes in, and I'm about to pull the first
I mean,
news.
this is the best part of the pit stop is sitting here chatting and talking away. Like you were saying earlier, the news is secondary. Like I don't think a lot of people really. We do get. I'm not saying people don't come for the news, but they come here to have discussions and chat, have fun and chill. Man, I think that's the best part of what we do compared to the others that are out there that just throw out news and that's it. So we come out here, we have fun, we chat, we give each other ideas and advice and all that other stuff, man.
Yeah, well, and honestly, in a perfect world, perfect day, I'd rather only talk about 3 news topics if we could get into good discussion on them than just go through all the news. You can go to Overtake GT, right? We do. You can go to Overtake. You go to Traction. You can go to BSim, right? You go to, there are a lot of options to just go get basic news. For me, it's best when we can really get into talk about the news, and maybe that'll be, hey, we're ahead 2 months. It's November 1st. We're 2 months before the beginning of the new year, right? So maybe we instead of being that, oh, what are our New Year's changes and resolutions? We're never getting to the news. F the news. Okay, but before we before we get there, maybe we start turning over some of those new leaves now. So when I talk about a new version of Shaun, a new version of the show, new feeling or vibe, maybe the same thing with the pit stop. Maybe instead of just going through 20 news topics, maybe it's like, hey, well, what do we really think? Is this good or bad or ugly or, distorted or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All right. We're all in
I agree, man. I mean, that's the whole point. Is like we come here, we have fun, we laugh. Hopefully, it cheers other people's day too. Because I mean, dude, I get it. Like I get super stressed out from work, and I just want to come home and chill and have some fun with people. So to me, this is perfect. This is like the perfect therapy session, so I can get rid of all the daily stressors of life, and hopefully, it's the same thing for other people too, man.
Big shout out to David Payne, by the way, getting us some coffee, some good premium. Like that's like a double espresso premium shot drink at Starbucks each. So thank you very much, David Payne. Yeah. All right. And Ice Cream C, don't have a lot of time to watch sim videos, so coming here Friday here in Sim News, just mess around, a great start to my Fridays. I feel the exact same way. And you guys have seen it over the last few years. I've come in on days where I'm like, well, I am a little, not like last Friday grumpy. I'm a little grumpy, not last Friday grumpy. Friday grumpy wasn't grumpy. It was tired. That was sleep deprivation and physical exhaustion combined.
Yeah.
So no, but I've come in on a Friday and been grumpy, and we get doing this, and the grumps go away, right?
Yeah.
All right. The weekly news show without the news.
This is the only sim racing channel where you get no news, just talking and BSing.
We have been awarded the award for the best news program in all of the internet with zero news.
Yeah, I think I got that cert somewhere. On
That's one of those.
there.
Yeah, up on those shelves. Yeah. Michael Vanderpool. Sorry, I've tried some pedals at ADAC. I want to upgrade to P2000. Oh, so okay. I wanted to ask, what was your top pick? P2000s. Nice, good pedal set.
Really good pedals. Yeah, that said, they're really good pedals. And if you're able to add the haptic module to it, dude, you're set for life until those things die. Yeah, 100%.
I think that yes. I think the general consensus is that yes, they are still better than the P1000s. However, they don't look as finished. That's the big difference, and they're a little bit more money still. No, I think that I think they're a little more refined, and yeah. But either one, I mean, they're both very good pedal sets.
Yep.
I rock the P1000s as a set on my rig all the time from time to time. Constantly changing. I'm back to just changing gear all the time. Okay. Which is fine. It's okay. P2000s have issues and problems and no upgrade path anymore for them. Yeah, that's true. Most people sell them. Ice Cream C rocking $10. Number one news station for 2024.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was talking to Tyler from Simpit. I think they've solved most of the issues with the P2000s. But, if that's what you're worried about, I mean, the P1000s are amazing pedals too. So I don't think you could really go wrong. Yes, there was issues with the P2000s in the past, but from what Tyler's saying, all of those have been kind of resolved for the most part, and you shouldn't have any issues. Yeah.
Okay, should we do it?
Yeah. Do what?
Talk some news.
News? What would we be talking about news, Willis?
I don't know.
I know, let's do it. Okay, we can start talking about
fuck the news. Sorry. Oh my god, I did it.
Your sim rig. Out of the box.
What do you guys think of this wheel? What do you guys think of these
like an actual Lamborghini with doors?
I want your guys' thought. I've already recorded my review, so I can't change based on any thoughts and opinions.
Want to know what I have?
What do you guys? Hey, no, yeah.
A fucking car.
Oh, I did it again! I did it through him.
Not like this. Not like this.
Demonetized. We still get our super chat if we get demonetized, right?
We do. Okay. Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I am impressed. And
I think for me, I think they are. It's a really good looking wheel. It's very unique. Because when we first talked about it, it's like you were telling me, "Oh, I'm getting the Lambo wheel." Originally, I thought it was going to be the Hyper wheel from the new, Lamborghini from the hypercar, and then it was this one. But I was like, but it's still a very nice looking wheel. I don't know if it's something that I would go out and buy because I'm not really a Lamborghini fan. If it was, for example, a Ferrari hypercar wheel, or for me, a BMW rim, I'd probably go out and buy it. But to me, it's a beautiful looking wheel. It's just not something I would add to my collection because I'm not a Lamborghini fan. Yeah.
Well, no, I think that's exactly the point. I mean, honestly, just we'll be a little more raw here on the pit stop than even my review. But okay, come on. They went and picked one of the rarest Lamborghinis that exist. Right? There are only 40 of those in the world. Okay. And then they went and put it in packaging that was as gaudy as expensive as anything that Lamborghini would make themselves. Right? And it's okay, well. That's a premium. All of that is premium just for fancy, marquee, and all of that. Now, with that said, people go into the Ferrari store and would pay 6,000 for a replica F1 wheel to put on a shelf like those behind you, right?
Yeah.
People who are fans of a brand will do obscene things to be able to play into that marquee. And
Yeah.
to act like sim racing is removed from that equation. And I think that there's a reason that why Thrustmasters nailed down that Ferrari license for so long. Because there are
Right.
people who are going to because if I'm going to buy a wheel, if I'm not like trying to be some esport warrior and I'm going to buy a wheel, well, I want it to be a Ferrari wheel. Why? Because I got Ferrari banners in my garage, because I dream of owning a Ferrari. Maybe I even own a Ferrari. So I just think that this was a wheel that they made for a very particular group of people.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I mean, if I'm in charge of marketing and my company built something that was on that up, hey, Fanatic with the Bentley wheel, same thing. We've seen BMW, we've seen Mercedes AMG, we've seen McLaren, and these names, and especially when you can give it a replica kind of thing to it, like the SFX wheel from Ferrari, they're from Thrustmaster. So anyway, I think that it's a wheel that was very much targeted to Lamborghini fans, which there are a lot of. Me personally, I'm a Ferrari guy. What can I say? I'm just a Ferrari guy, not a Lamborghini guy, and I look at them as a versus.
And to me, this is where I think it shows how far sim racing has come along from, 10, 15 years ago. I mean, we didn't have a lot, 10, 15 years ago, we didn't really have a lot of custom wheels right there. Like, there was barely any, unless you were like a SimuCube user back then, right? And to see how far it is, and now, like when you're looking at like post your rig section, where I see pictures on Instagram of all these people just going crazy with their sim rigs, especially, right? There's a lot of people that have, a good, that have money, or maybe not have a lot of money, but they are customizing their rigs to look exactly like how it would inside of a cockpit of a real race car. This is where this is where wheels like this is where these wheels come into play, where somebody is just trying to add that touch to make it look like the interior of their favorite car. Is this a wheel that the general sim racer would buy? No, not really. But it's for those special group of people that want to escape reality and jump into that immersion that they've built around their sim rig. So so wheels like this have a good market. You're not going to see a lot of people buying these rims, which I think they only made 40 of these wheels.
No,
but those 40 wheels are going to sell, right?
Of the car. No, I think they.
Oh, the car.
Yeah, I think they're making more than 40.
Okay, I got that wrong. Okay. But like, this is something that somebody that wants that immersion level, that go to that next step of their immersion level of how they're building their cockpit of their race car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this shot here, I freeze framed it, but that is the real wheel. I mean, and the likeness, when they say replica and drawn from the real CAD, it really is. I mean, it is what it is. It's like, well, what do you think a Lamborghini licensed carbon fiber, modern sim wheel is going to cost? And it's like, okay, well, it's a no-brainer to me that it would have been over $1,000. Even from Moza, their most expensive wheel yet.
And I think it's just a signaling of Moza, like, regardless of what people say of Moza when it comes to releasing their equipment or building, coming out with all this stuff, regardless of what everybody says about it, they want to dominate the market in every single category, from entry, mid to high level. And this is just showing that, hey, we're out here, we want to destroy the competition by doing things like this. But what does it also do? It also makes the other manufacturers, pull up their pants and start like, hey, we need to start releasing stuff like this too.
Yeah.
We can't just let Moza do all the work. And what does that do? That's good for us, because now these people are going to release products and probably drive prices further down for the average, not to say like the average looking stuff, but like the average price stuff.
Sure.
That people actually want. And it's a win-win for all of us. So,
well, it means Corsair, right?
Yeah.
They are going to need to, go secure some licenses, and it means we might see more replica wheels. And I think back to like the McLaren from Fanatic,
Yep.
And it was a very affordable version, their take on doing the licensing with the McLaren wheel. And it's like, well, maybe there's a market for a really, really fancy McLaren wheel. And, again, there are a lot of people who are just gigantic, over-the-top McLaren fans. We might even see things go beyond the car. Who knows? Maybe a Red Bull wheel someday. Or have we seen that?
I think the only one right now is the Mercedes F1 rim that some people are doing. That's about it.
Yeah, Joe. I mean, and that was the hard thing. It's like the word the word expensive in sim racing, is such a relative word now, right?
Yep.
I mean, like expensive. What? I mean, I always try to keep it in a perspective of what you need to win at the highest level versus what you can get. And that is a line that I, in my mind, really am careful to think about when talking to me. I get so many people asking about new gear, right? And it's like, okay, well, let's just say that you really did want to compete at the esport level, right? You're like, I'm going to be one. I'm going after Mitchie Hoyer, and I'm going to beat him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so what level gear do you need to obtain that goal? And it might in 2024, I'm sorry to say, well, and I'm going to offend a few people in saying so, I don't think that in today's day and age that you're going to beat Mitchie Hoyer on a T300.
I kind of disagree.
Yeah?
I think wheelbase, I don't think it matters.
I'm thinking, well, because it's the pedals, too. It's the whole thing.
Pedals will matter.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to buy a $500 kit and beat Mitchie Hoyer.
Right.
And as soon as you're going to split the wheel from the pedals and go a la carte, you're getting into, more like $600 to $800 startup costs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once you break that leap, I think at that point, even if you're minimalistic, you have gear and hardware good enough to beat Mitchie Hoyer. If you had the talent.
Okay.
Sorry, Mitchie. I'm not throwing down at you. That's not. I was just using you as a great example of an esport level driver. That hey, if you're getting into this and you're thinking I'm going after that level of driver.
Yeah.
But can you beat Mitchie Hoyer if you're in VR? Well, some could. I'm sure. Not me, because I can't beat him in flat screen, triple screen, or VR.
Shaun's got to build up those racing skills. He's kind of atrophied.
Yeah, I have. I got some rust. All right, no news out of iRacing that I can think of. Look at that. 38 minutes. I switched it. I flipped the switch. I don't have a light switch to switch right here. But we are moving into the news.
Do it.
Whoa, sorry. I didn't mean to throw that at you guys. 3 iRacers earned the opportunity to partake in Skip Barber's school program at Virginia International Raceway this week. So congratulations to Victor Miranda, Ivan Machado, and Matt Busa. Matt Busa, I know that name. He's one of the NASCAR guys, isn't he? Is he one of the esport level NASCAR guys, Matt Busa? They got exclusive access to the Skip Barber training facilities and coaches battling it out in the MyGal Formula 4 race cars for a full season seat in the 2025 Skip Barber Formula Race Series earned by the overall chosen winner, which I don't know who the overall chose. So,
nice.
Yeah. Good luck and congratulations to them. That's it. That's all for iRacing, by the way. Actually, that's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. Well, there's a dev diary out right now. It's on YouTube. And it's by iRacing, but it's in regards to NASCAR 25.
What
Dev
things
Diary,
I really believe
episode number 2.
is getting the deep.
I'm going to mute this thing. And they're going to talk about how much you are just going to love NASCAR 25. And they even, look, Bobby Labonte. They even brought Bobby Labonte out to show him, because he's a known lover of NASCAR 25. Anyway, all right. Any other thoughts on that? There's Earnhardt.
I mean, and to me, because like, I don't know, like I hear it from a lot of people where oval racing's a bit broken in iRacing. So, and then I've also been hearing that this is one they're going a little bit more towards the simcade realm than the actual simulation realm. I don't know, like, is it gonna be well, I mean, it is gonna be a big difference than when Motorsport Games had it, but I don't know, I don't know, I've got, like, little to no expectations of this. I just, because it's gonna be iRacing's first time doing something like this. So, I don't know. I hope they do it really good. I hope there's going to be better than the last couple of NASCAR games. But I don't know. I'm keeping my expectations low for this one, man.
Here's, you know, different strokes for different folks, right? Different tiers
Right.
for different needs. I think that when you're at the level where you're dedicated to, you know, an Assetto Corsa,
Mhm.
a WRC even, and iRacing, etc., that if you're gonna play something else, I don't really feel like it's gonna be that like next tier or a different tier of motorsport game. Maybe
Right.
in the name of like a Wreckfest or a BeamNG, something that's like built for like fun and entertainment versus like the concept of racing. But like I
Right.
think if you're into iRacing, there's no reason or why you would play NASCAR 25. Maybe,
Mhm.
I guess, for the single player season mode, I guess. Or maybe on the console, but I think at some point most of us stop racing on a console. So my point here is,
Yeah.
for me, a diversion game wouldn't be NASCAR 25. It would be, and you know, Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster
Yeah.
2 comes out, and
Like,
Planet
like
Coaster
True
2 comes out in
Motorfest,
5
Need for Speed.
days.
Yeah.
Just saying. Planet Coaster 2 comes out in 5 days. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna do a 72-hour live stream of Planet Coaster 2 in 5 days. That's what my warning is.
Yeah. Oh no, Tom. I have given up on that title. Nope. Not even. Mm-mm. Nope. I've uninstalled the Rensport from my PC after like hearing that they don't really care about making sure the normal sim racers are being taken care of. Because to me, when they talked about no triple screen support for a long time and all that, some other stuff, nope. I've washed my hands from it. Like, to me, that is just a big disservice to sim racers when all you do is you're caring about focusing on esport and your esport competitions and not about the normal sim racers. Nope, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah,
That was something that upset me about Rensport before they even went to open beta.
yeah,
But they were already into esport mode. They'd already
yeah,
picked teams. They'd already like the whole. It's like, oh, come on, come on. All right.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Andres, thank you for that, because I didn't know that and I didn't see that iRacing had posted about it. But here I have a post from Assetto
Yeah.
Corsa talking about the FIA games and at the City of Arts in Valencia, Spain.
Yeah.
Man, I would
I watched.
have, see, no offense to your Sim Expo, but like, if I was going to hop on a plane, I would really like to go to Valencia, Spain.
Me too.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's like on my top 10 places to go. So.
Yeah, I watched highlights of the motorsport games. It was good. I wish there was more country representations that were there. But the racing was cool because they were doing GT3s, GT4s, rally cars. They were doing ACC iRacing. So I thought it was really cool to see all these nations coming together to win gold medals. So I tried to catch as much as I could when I saw it on YouTube when they were broadcasting it. So I think it's pretty cool. Something different than normal racing. Yeah.
You know, you know, if break
You know.
if breakdancing could be in the Olympics, and didn't they throw some esport? Shouldn't we? I mean, come on, sim racing should be in the Olympics by now, right? Ray gun. Oh, he did the ray gun. No, he didn't. Amir did the ray gun. Everybody. Now you got to get on the ground and spin around.
Dude, she wasn't spinning. She was flopping. Anyways, no, let's move on. I don't want to get demonetized by YouTube and blocked and all that stuff. Nope. We're good.
Oh yeah, true. Yes, Joa. Yes. God bless the people in Spain. Flooding, horrible flooding going on in Spain right now. I heard. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Assetto Corsa talking about being at the FIA games, and I think that's all I had to say about that, or about them.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, concerns, questions? Anyone?
Yeah. I just hope they're able to continue doing the motorsport games, because it was so over the course of the week, watching the clips and watching the live feeds. I think they did a great job. And then all the racing that they did, dude, it was really cool to see all that.
Because I use a T300 as my main wheel, I'm not good enough to be there. Just so you know. Raygun asking if no, I don't think she's single. Not to mention, I heard that she actually got like a modeling gig as a result of all of this. Like
her husband's on the Olympic board.
That's right.
For
yeah,
Australia Olympic
that was
board.
part of the drama.
Yep.
All right, we're staying off that 10-foot pole.
Leave us alone, YouTube. We're just messing around.
Le Mans Ultimate doing anything they can to produce news so that maybe they can get bought. Sorry, we're getting even more controversial. They I guess they have a new thing. New co-op events are now live in the game. So take on your own 8 hours of Bahrain, sprint in the heat of Texas, or brave the nights stint at Le Mans. I can't read.
I can't read your text either. Yeah, they're talking about how they're doing more co-op events since they introduced that in the update last time with LMU. So I need to try it out, because that was like my biggest thing. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to try LMU is the co-op mode of switch, doing the driver swaps and stuff. I don't know. We probably have to try that out one time, Shaun.
I was just thinking maybe we need a co-op. Yeah. Maybe we need a co-op.
I do.
All right,
I really
where's my notepad? Hold on. I forget. I can't remember anything. If anyone ever says something to me and you think it's something that I need to remember, you better make sure I wrote it down. What were we doing? Oh, co-op.
We got to try co-op mode in LMU.
See, I literally forgot. 30 seconds. Got it. All right. Moving on. I think that's all we had from Le Mans. There was the patch to the fix, so there was a hot fix. Halloween hot fix, they're calling it, on the 31st. That was to the patch that Amir referred to. Any BeamNG freaks? No, I didn't mean that word. That's not what I word. Aficionados, I meant. I meant a passionate BeamNGers. Yeah, sorry. Do they have a big enough player base to do a co-op? Oh, ow.
But you just need 2 drivers, right?
Ow. Yeah, you just need 2. It's like, when was racing invented? As soon as the second car was built, right? You just need 2. That's it. Now you got to race. Usually that's drag racing, but
yeah, because I believe they should be dropping their their DLC sometime this month or next month, I believe, showing off, and there should be this GT3 cars that they're bringing in.
And I hear in the next patch is AI co-op drivers. That cures your issue there, Joa.
Right.
All right. Are you passionate about BeamNG Drive? Are they going to change that name? BeamNG. I know it has some meaning behind it, right? But it's not helping sales. I don't think it's helping sales.
I don't think they should. It's unique. It's different. I say keep it, man.
I told you when you joined this team that you're going to have to agree with me on everything, Amir.
I can't. I've got to cause discourse and drama and everything else so we can keep the chat lively.
Now you have a giant head and a better beard than me, and you're like, whatever. Rules, schmools. All right, so you like the name. That's cool. Oops, I hate when I press buttons on my keyboard by accident, because you never know what you'll shut down. All right. All right, back to the story. Back to the story. Are you passionate? I already read that part. They're looking for volunteer moderators to join the BeamNG Drive Discord. So if you like slapping down spammers and bots and idiots, well, that could be the perfect side job. I don't think it pays much. I think it's more of a privilege, and I'm sure it gets you on their inner circle and all that. All right. BeamNG refers to the beam and node structures that Brandon Carl coming in with the encyclopedia information. I appreciate it, Brandon. BeamNG refers to the beam and node structure that enables their soft body physics.
There you go.
Awesome. But is that the best name? I knew there was meaning.
Should we call it the soft body physics car simulator? Maybe.
We should call it... I'd call it the best crash sim. That's it. Boom.
I thought that was Wreckfest.
No, well, that's why you gotta overcome Wreckfest. Like, the best crash sim. Period. Exclamation mark. I change it. Exclamation mark. I should copyright it.
The not racing simulator.
All right, so turns out the attic. This is funny.
Oh,
All right, so turns out the
I'm
attic
just doing
had
my
more
weekly
secrets
ghost
than
check.
ghosts in our Halloween.
There's no
said
ghosts
BeamNG.
here. No ghosts here. Oh, what's this? What's this?
The BeamNG box.
This is interesting.
Oh, it's under the box.
It's the files from ye olde BeamNG, and it's classified. Maybe there's some
Just an
secrets in
envelope?
here.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm just watching like everybody else.
Ghost check, and look what I found. I found some secret files from ye olde BeamNG. Let's see what type of surprises are in this folder.
Look at the Star Wars painting.
Oh. No. Wait, this isn't a secret. This must be a really old folder. Let's see what this says. Oh, why did they put "Are you sure"? I wonder what's inside of this. It says
Ye
for
olde
real. I
BeamNG.
guess they really don't want me to
I
open
haven't
this.
watched this, by the way.
But you know what? We're gonna.
Oh, I haven't
open it.
either. Like, I saw that they were coming out with an update.
Let's see what's inside here. Oh, it's super top secret.
These guys are great.
so
There's just like
who
they're
would
like
leave this in a
what
random attic,
sim
you know?
racing used to be,
These
right?
days.
Right.
Oh wow. Well, this is some good stuff. Check that out. Oh, crazy.
Hey.
Oh wow. Look at that.
You know what this looks like to me?
Ye olde BeamNG
This
was
looks
on
like
to something.
association with automation.
These things,
Could be,
this
yeah.
things up there.
Those look like
Yeah,
the kind
you
of
gotta
cars you
check your
build in
attics more
automation in
often.
the early era.
Some more
I just
ghost
need to
checks.
look into that
Yeah.
game. I enjoyed that, by the way, speaking of diversion games.
And now I'm gonna post it on Instagram for the world.
I
to
still
see.
haven't. I know you gave me a code. I still haven't tried it out yet. I need to. I just haven't had time.
It was one of
But
those
now-
things that was like this close to being fantastic.
Okay.
Right? Like, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And that was the problem. And it was like, you're like, this game's cool, but man, it could be fantastic. I just don't know if
Yeah.
they'd have enough player base to justify the expense to take it from point A to point B, right? Or if it could be done on a small development team. But
Right.
I brought up Planet Coaster. I love financial simulation games of any kind. So if you take any theme park simulation game that's ever been made, I've owned it. I mean, there's not one that I haven't owned. That is like my go-to brainless. I will play it while I'm doing something else, because you usually need to let time go by to let finances happen.
Right.
So I love those kind of games. And anyway, so yeah. All right. Moving on. Sorry. EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's in the game.
It's really
It's in the microtransactions.
It's in the microtransactions. Version 2.1.5 of the EA Sports WRC is rolling out now. This update contains a number of minor bug fixes and also adds native support for Moza hardware and Xbox and PC. On Xbox and PC. That's pretty cool.
See, yeah. Oh my god. I don't know. I am so. Or nah, never mind. You know, like I'll say it. Man, like, so I've been working on the Pimax VR video, Dude, I got it working perfectly with iRacing, perfectly with with ACC, perfectly with LMU, perfectly with AMS2. You know the one title that I can't get it to work with?
WRC.
WRC.
Have you got it working with F124?
I got it. Well, I don't have 24. I got it working with 23.
Oh, but you did. So it's not an EA thing. It's a WRC
But
thing.
dude, oh my gosh, it's been every time I try to get it. I do all the settings because you have to do all this other crazy things to get it working right. Do all that, and then I go to launch the game, and then every single time the game crashes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even bothering. I'm washing my hands. So, if Callum, you're watching, screw WRC.
I just realized I don't have the chat going on the video. All right, another thing for the note list. I think we liked adding the chat because it isn't available on replay, right? And and for 2025, we're hoping to never get to the news, right? That's our goal.
Right,
There's
exactly.
No news. No news on the pit stop is our new motto, credo. That's my creed. That's my code.
That's next on my list, Tom. That's my next on my list to try out ATS on VR. Yeah.
Oh, ATS.
Yeah.
ATS is really awesome in VR.
I like it in triples, and I've seen people using the eye tracking, which works great in ATS. I got to try it with VR to see.
Yeah, VR is super cool. You know what else? Because you're not getting that raised heart rate overheat thing like you do in racing.
Yeah.
You're not moving your head at the same rate, so
right.
Like the comfort is just most of the things are it's a really good VR game. One of the best VR games.
Yeah, I gotta try it out. Yeah.
And then it justifies spending all microtransactioning all the interior parts for your
right.
Right. All right.
Even
go. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say even then, Joe. Like I still have some issues in ACC. Even with the recommended settings, I've been looking online and trying. Like there's still some artifacting, some of the graphics kind of glitch out a little bit, but when it works, it works. It's just the graphical bugs that I see in ACC. Yeah.
Speaking of glitches, we have dropped 116,000 frames. That is a new record for a show that I haven't quit. All right. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm not going to let that get to me.
No.
Normally I'll lose my mind. I'll blow a head gasket over that.
We're having fun right now, buddy. This is all about the fun. Let's do it.
We're just rocking it. All right.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo, the ever-evolving next-gen racing AI agent Gran Turismo Sophie is now compatible with 2 more tracks from the October update. Brands Hatch and Dragon Trail Seaside. Should we be afraid? I mean, is this the most direct threat of AI ever?
So, I don't know. I kind of like AI. I do. I use it for, I use ChatGPT. I've been using Sono for music. Actually, and I'll say I've been using AI for sim racing. I'm not going to say anything just yet on it because that's going to be another video down the line. But this week, Shaun, I've been using AI for certain things for sim racing. So
what?
I like it. I'm not going to say anything. Man,
that beard. That beard has changed you. I got no setup from you this week. I got what the F?
I had no setup. I told you I was using a Hockenheim setup. And that was it.
I have another note for my list. Watch a mirror. Watch your back. Yep, you're sus.
It's the beard. It's making my head grow bigger. That's what it is.
Oh, David Payne's doing ATS with Track IR. Track IR works great. It's very similar to that. Oh God, I can't remember that one I tried. That head tracking thing.
What was it? Didn't it start with a D?
Dellen Clip.
Yeah, the Delane Clip. That's right.
All right. Speaking of ATS, the 1.53 open beta. This just came out. This came in moments before we got the show going. ATS 1.53 update open beta. Today we are happy to share with you the 1.53 open beta branch for American Truck Simulator is now available to try out and test. So, David, did you get the update? If you plan on participating in this open beta, we ask you please help us reporting any bugs, blah, blah, blah. California rework phase 4. Whoa, look at this screenshot.
Ooh.
That looks pretty legit.
That is, man. Yeah, dude, ATS, the guys behind ATS and ETS, man, they're not even like taking breaks. They're just releasing update after update after update and just killing it, man.
How do they do it? This is LA, isn't it? Isn't that the bridge in Long Beach? That's what's that bridge called? It's the scariest freaking bridge in the world. The thing just...
Yeah, it says last name. I mean, in the description, it says, yeah, like, if you close out the picture and, like, read up the little paragraph above the pictures, it'll tell you.
Bakersfield, Santa Maria, Oxnard, Mojave, Barstow, Indio, Blythe, Los Angeles, San Diego, El Centro. El Centro, that's where Grand Theft Auto was filmed. Forgive me.
Is that the spot where you drive up and you slap the nice ladies around and steal all their money?
Yeah, exactly. This looks like up by Buttonwillow, where you turn off the 5-4 Bakersfield. Interesting. Oh, I might have to get in on this.
Yeah, man.
I like when scenery looks familiar. That changes a game like ATS massively, and has been one of my issues with it. Like, I know they cover so much terrain, but it's like, there's like things where it's like turn off for Santa Cruz, like for example, if you're in mid California on it, and it's like it looks nothing like anything. I mean, anyway, this is pretty badass.
Nice.
All right.
Hey, Daniel, dude, I'm glad you're enjoying the instant pedals, man. Dude, they are worth every penny, man. I love it.
Which pedals?
The Imsim Talentos.
Oh.
Daniel, I met Daniel. Daniel's been a viewer of ours for a while, and I met him at the expo, and we were talking about pedals. And I didn't realize this because at that time, SimMotion didn't have their booth set up where they were selling stuff. So we're talking, and I was like, yeah, dude, my Imsims. I love my Imsim pedals. I've never used a better set of load cell pedals. And it just happened. We were chatting and talking, and we separated. And then I guess like an hour later, me and Hugo from Sim Racing HQ, we walked by SimMotion. They had the Imsim pedals on sale. I think they were selling everything was like 30% off at their booth. And so we were like running around. We had to go find Daniel again. There's like, dude, if you want the pedals right now, SimMotion has them for sale right now. Go grab them. Luckily, Hugo caught them and found them and told them about it, and yeah, he was able to walk away with some Imsim pedals.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, this is we've already talked about the Ascenza wheel enough, I think, haven't we? All right.
Yeah.
I is this a fair gripe? Or getting back? Let's go back. If you get a replica wheel, there are pros and cons, or the good and not so good, to it.
Yeah.
One of the cons is, well, like this wheel has everything is marked in a way that you would never use it in sim racing. Mm-hmm. So all the buttons are labeled for what Lamborghini put in the real Ascenza, and I'm sure it makes perfect sense for it being in that car. But when you translate that into sim, just for example, there is no drink bottle, right? So what do I do with that button? Obviously, it's going to be mapped for something else, but it's going to be labeled drink bottle. So anyway, or for the better one is the wiper encoder, which the wiper one on the real wheel has 4 stages, right? And I'm sure in the real car, that's a 4-click encoder, 4-position encoder. Well, it's a 12-position, left and right, all the way around encoder that says wiper. And obviously, we don't have 12 settings for our wipers in sim racing. So, but again, that's the pro of getting a replica wheel is it's going to be marked 1-to-1 exactly the way that real car is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nothing a 3D labeler won't correct instantly, though.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, maybe I guess like they're bound. Maybe it's part of the agreement what they have with the company is like, hey, you cannot deviate from the rim or from how it is in real life. I wish it was more like I like how I guess it was Fnatic that started the trend where with the replaceable caps on the
Yeah.
buttons, where if you don't like this layout, well, here's an extra set of button caps where you can just replace the buttons and make it the way you want it to. Like,
And Moza
maybe
does
if they-
the stickers for their backlit buttons.
yeah,
And a few of the stickers are actually very specific to sim racing.
yep,
You know, you wouldn't use them in a real car. So, yeah, it goes both ways in that direction. The other thing is I might be making more of something that's very small. And the reason I say that is I change my equipment so often that it's actually really hard for me to remember what all my controls are. Because if you change wheels every day, and let's just say that you have 12 to 15 main controls, right, that you do, it's really hard to remember. So the labeling becomes important in that scenario. I think when you really know your equipment, do you really read the labels anyway?
I mean, here's a quick fix to where you can fix that though. You have a button box.
Well, yeah, but you got to use the buttons on your wheel.
Yeah, you could, but I mean, you don't just how I do it is everything that's like secondary, like wipers, lights, whatever. I put that on the button box, and then on the wheel is your brake bias, your TC, your ABS, all that the stuff that you would use, the whole multiple times throughout a race, and that to me that's a lot more easier to remember than like, oh, where's my drink button, where's my wiper button, where's all this stuff. I just have it all in the button box, though I know exactly where it's at versus having to rely on the wheel.
Yeah, I agree for main certain things like that. Do you have a drink button?
That's, I mean, no.
Did you
don't.
hear was it Charles Leclerc's drink button was failing? Was it Leclerc? Who was it?
Yeah, it happened to a couple drivers this year.
It
Yeah.
was just dumping water on him. It was great.
I mean, like, unless you're David S, where he just hits the button and his wife comes and gives him a drink.
Man, I should have gotten married. I didn't realize there was useful parts to it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. All right, Thrustmaster has an add-on. I have not heard word of it being on its way. Thrustmaster seems to delay North America. So their new whole thing is anything they come out with comes out in Europe. They do a European launch and then it comes. They did it with the T818. They did it with the T598. And I'm assuming the same thing's happening here. So they have their new Hyper Wheel, which is interesting. It's not oval. I guess that's oval. It's not rectangular. What shape would you call that? It's an amoeba. No.
It's an oval-ish something.
They called it oval. Wait. Oval shape.
Yeah, there you go. I think I saw they had that rim at the Sim Racing Expo, Shaun, and I think it's gonna surprise you when you get it.
How did this
And
carbon
it's gonna
looks? This carbon
and
looks
it's gonna-
cool.
And it's gonna surprise you in a good way,
Yeah.
to be honest. Yeah.
And it's gonna go on my 818 base.
Yep. It can go on the 818 or the 598. I think that wheel is
So
gonna
it has the
really
new quick
surprise
release
you.
on it, obviously.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the shape. There are some things about it that's kind of odd, but I don't want to ruin it for you. But I think
Okay.
when you get it, I think you'll be surprised by it in a good way.
Here's my observation without even putting my hands on one right yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number one, that shape is a really good candidate for a one and only one wheel driver.
Yeah.
So if you don't switch rims and you rally car and you NASCAR and you open wheel and you drive any car you feel like driving, this looks like the kind of wheel that would kind of work for just about any scenario.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And then I really like the look of that. That's crushed carbon?
Forged carbon.
Forged? Okay.
Yep.
That's the correct word.
Well,
looks like a bowling ball. Looks like a bowling ball of the 70s, but it's carbon, right?
Yeah. I didn't want to say anything, but David S. mentioned it. So the clutch paddles at the bottom, they're actually push paddles, not pull. And the way, when I was talking to the guy about it, and the reason they don't want to call them clutch paddles, but they're just analog paddles. And the reason is for people that have disabilities with their legs, they can also use it as a throttle and brake also.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Or a handbrake if you're a rally.
Yeah.
Rallyer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay, cool. This was kind of cool. Logitech, of all people, showing off the functionality of their hub concept. And it's literally, pick your steering wheel and bolt it on, which is, why a lot of people are crying for a hub from Moza. Moza hasn't done a hub yet.
No.
They've done their inexpensive wheel rim that you can change to other inexpensive wheel rims.
Right.
So the ES wheel. But it's not just grab any 70 millimeter. Is it 70? Yeah, 70 millimeter rim and bolt it on. That is what Fanatic did. Anyway, so Logitech going that route, just showing, well, yeah, here's BMW Momo wheel. Here's whatever. Anyway, they're showing RS track wheels, Momo wheels, Momo wheels, Momo wheels, Momo wheels, Momo wheels.
Oh, yeah, that was like the wall of the wheels from the Sim Expo. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, when you look at it from far away, you're like, holy crap, Logitech's got all these wheels. But then when you walk up to it,
They don't.
it's like the same wheel, but like in 3 or 4 different trims.
Yeah.
So like they have one wheel shape is Alcantara, leather, suede, whatever.
Right.
And it just, but then, by the time you actually look at them, like, oh, it's really 4, maybe 5 different
Really
rims.
pushing the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Squircle. It's a Squircle.
Squircle.
Tom, it's a Squircle wheel. I love it.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know what spawned this, but SimuCube just coming in with like a bunch of like active pedal videos. Oh, maybe it's like holiday. All right, wives.
Yep.
All right, wives, you're supposed to secretly. Oh, wow, that's very sexist. Sorry, significant others. Significant others, you should recognize that it is that time of year, and if your significant other is a sim racer, I'm sure there's nothing they love more than an active pedal. Screwed that up.
I mean, as long as I don't have to pay for pedals, sure. Get the other person to buy.
That's why. And they gave one away. I didn't know they were giving one away.
Oh yeah, they gave one away at the expo for who. Well, it was a random drawing. I think they took the top 10 of who could push the pedals the strongest, and then they did a drawing between those.
God, I didn't know they were. I could have won that. I could have gotten on. I guarantee you, I could have leg pressed.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got those thunder calves, man.
I am a leg press master. From vision to reality, our e-commerce manager Gareth shares the reasons behind why we created the active pedal. So yeah, they're like really kind of just, this is over since Sim Expo, like every day a different post talking about profiles, the difference between GT3 and a F1 profile. Someone earlier in the chat asked if we had tested the Moza active pedal, for lack of better titling right now. No, I think that is still somewhere between conceptual and prototype, let's say. It's beyond concept, and I'd say it's in prototype phase, but not quite like Yeah, Moza doesn't really share prototypes. Some companies do, depending on what type of company they are.
Right.
They'll have pre-run, like the first off the machines from Moza often are what they send out to reviewers, by the way, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes as a reviewer, you actually get things that aren't quite perfect yet, because they're literally the first 10 they made on the assembly line, and they
Yep.
like box them up and send them to reviewers. And it's like, you'll notice like sometimes stickers are not straight, and they need to like have managers come in and be like, no, you're doing that wrong, turn the sticker 90 degrees, right? Anyway, yeah, that's pretty common. VRS, this is interesting. So is this like, I'm not sure if this is just pulling the cover off the concept and letting us all know what's been going on, or I don't know the answer to this question, but it just made me wonder. So today, we're taking that concept to the next level by introducing the Upgradable Torque wheelbase, a new way to buy that allows your hardware to grow and improve with you. And they show a wheelbase that literally will start out at 6 Newton meters and can be increased to 9, 12, 15, and 20 Newton meters. And I'm like, is this just like the Fanatic booster? Like, oh, if you run more electricity, it'll... So my question is it really a 20 Newton meter motor that they found out a way to sell it to you for the price of a 6?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. I didn't see that news before you brought it up. So,
so
like, to me,
or yeah, is this like it's an Elon Musk thing? Talk about microtransactions. Man, can I unlock the 8, please?
or
I
that
sent
doesn't
you
make-
my money. Can I get the code to unlock the 12 Newton meters already?
to me that doesn't make any sense.
I
I don't know. Again,
I want to know more. Well, hey, maybe if I click this link, we can learn more. That was blinding. I've been blinded by science.
I'm trying to pull it up now too, so I can look at it. Because yeah, I didn't know about this until you said something.
So, upgradable torque wheelbase 6 Newton meters starts out at $449. Learn more. You only pay the difference for the upgrade. Yeah. Okay. Upgrade to a higher torque at any time. Once you receive your wheelbase, download our Direct Force config tool to activate it with your purchase code. I was so right. It's a microtransaction. Can I get my code to go to 12, please? Down from there.
That can't be true.
From there, is this? Wait, it's Halloween, not April Fools. Okay, wait. So, from there, you will be able to purchase higher torque levels whenever you like. Can I get it just for a month? What if I have a big race? Can I just get a monthly for the... And can I downgrade my subscription at any time? All right. You only pay the difference for the upgrade. Once you unlock the torque level, you have permanent access to it. Ships in November.
I'm trying to like. I don't see this on their website. I don't know how. What?
Here, let me send you a link.
Okay, I want to look at this. Yeah, because like this makes no sense whatsoever. Like. This is worse than what 249 is saying. That's what I was exactly about to mention. Is like this is worse than BMW thinking about charging people to use the heated seats.
I love it. This is hysterical. This should have been the top story of the day if I had read more on it.
Oh my god! Yes.
I'm dying to know.
What the?
So does this? It's a 20 Newton meter motor, or am I torching it when I get above a certain Newton meters? And it has the power supply. This is just electronically done. And how the hell are they selling a $847 motor for $449? Which, in theory, is what they're doing. No, it doesn't even say power. It says you can you can activate it. Download our Direct Force config tool to activate it with your purchase code. All right. From there, you will be able to purchase higher torque levels whenever you like. You only pay the difference for the upgrade. Once you unlock the torque level, you have permanent access to it.
So I mean, I don't know how this is can be sustainable. So yeah, the motor, you keep the motor. You keep. I mean, everything is the same, right? So I was looking at it. All the equipment's the same. Everything you get is just an electronically. It's electronically locked with the code that you have to purchase.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't.
Fascinating.
Wow.
Okay, wait. How does upgradable torque work? After purchasing, you receive the code. Permanent access. Is the upgrade permanent? Yeah, we already know that. Can I upgrade the wheelbase more than once? Yes, you only pay that. So you can, yeah, you could go from 6 to 12 and then be like, nah, that's not enough. Give me 20.
So that's the thing though, is like, yeah, if you're at 9 and then you want to go to 12, do you have to pay $5.99 again, or you just pay the difference? I don't know. Yeah. It's so weird. I mean,
I'm blown away. I'm just
I'm
like,
kinda-
I'm kind of like in awe. I'm like, wait, is this a joke? I'm still trying to get over this. Is this a joke?
yeah.
I mean, I know it isn't, right? I'm not trying to clown it in that way.
No.
right? I'm just, but it's like, what?
I know
What?
because it's so this. Yeah, this is the wheelbase that they normally sell, the 20 Newton meter one they normally sell, but you can get it, at 6 Newton meters with the code, for 440 or 449, and then you can just upgrade along the way with just electronically through the code. It's the same exact base as their normal 20 Newton meter. Yeah, that's weird.
It was the Direct Force Pro config tool. Can I download it? Will it install?
So I mean, so this is yeah. So like Joe was mentioning is like, what's going to stop people from hacking the software and just unlocking the 20 nanometer? So that means I can go and spend, 449 on getting the 6 Newton meter version and just wait for somebody to hack it, and then I could just use the 20 Newton meter.
Wow. I'm just like, microtransactions. If they're gonna do that, then it needs to make you feel inferior. So it needs to have an LCD screen that shouts at you that you're only on 6 Newton meters,
Yeah.
right? And then when you upgrade it, it like changes color and change. Oh no, now you're a 9, right? And then like of course
Yeah.
you get the gold 20.
Right.
Well,
and and 249 mentioned it too, and I didn't think about it too. They are coming out with a new wheelbase soon, so maybe they're just trying to get rid of the stock that they have. Maybe that's just an easy way to get people to purchase it, so they can start getting rid of this, so they can move on to their new wheelbase.
That could be.
Yeah.
And then that's sort of a brilliant strategy.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right.
So I mean, maybe the 449 is what it actually costs to make everything, and then so if they sell the 9 up to 20, that's just all profit from here on out. And then
Yeah. And then maybe some people upgrade it and they make a few extra bucks down the road.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
249. You got banned from iRacing because you used cracked wheel CD key. Why?
I think he's just joking about the cracking the hack for this for the wheelbase.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, but that makes no sense. You have to like use a credit card on iRacing.
Yeah. No, I think he was just making a joke about using a cracked code for
okay.
for the wheelbase.
I'm slow. Yeah, Tom Jones. Yeah, the real if they literally like again, I have a race. Can you give me just 4 hours?
Yeah.
4 hours of 20. I don't want 20 all the time, but the Miata's so weak feeling. I need 20 Newton meters. Andres, I gotta read that again. Hold on, I'll come back to that. All right, hence the quotes. I'm sorry, 249. That's why I have a mirror here. He's a pain in my ass, and I gotta watch him, but he's much quicker to that stuff.
Oh, you say have phones that you can use to certain network, and it's cheaper because it would it be?
Oh, like an AT&T phone that works on a different network.
Well, so you can, yeah. So I mean, in the States, you can't. You can sell phones that are locked to a certain network, but you can also buy from them unlock, or later on when you want to switch providers, because they can't. Yeah, so you can have them unlock the phone for you to use somewhere else. So I've done that before. Like I've switched from Sprint to like AT&T, and I just had to call the company. I think I paid like an extra. I can't remember. This is years and years and years ago, but I paid a little bit of extra money for them to unlock my phone so I can use it somewhere else. But that's how they can get you to where instead of when you're looking at a Samsung Galaxy phone, you buy it from it's normally $800, and then you can get it from AT&T for $200. As long as it's on the AT&T network, but then you spend extra money to get it unlocked and you can use it somewhere else.
See this?
See what? See what? What?
See this?
I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna be on. This is an iPhone 10.
Oh.
I refuse to buy a new phone.
Yeah.
I almost called you to get you to unlock that Google phone you sent me. I still
Hey,
have
dude.
it here.
I'd say 2005 called saying they want their phone back.
Yeah, no. I refuse to buy a new phone. I just no. Thing gets like 1 hour of charge. It's cracked front and back.
Yep.
Multi-crack front and back, not just a crack. It's a mess. I used to
What's
give my
up,
brother.
Connor?
I used to make fun of my brother when he get a phone and it would get beat up. I'd be like, dude, aren't you embarrassed? That's disgusting. Like, how can you? And now I'm that guy. Can't believe it.
I mean, I've had my phone for 4 years now. I mean, it's now coming due for an upgrade, but I try to I do the same thing, man. I try to use them as long as I can before I have to get new phones.
I just turned my home phone back on.
They still make those?
I have a home phone.
They still do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I have it set up to where my internet router, because it also does phone for me, but it just connects to my phone, my cell phone. And I get my home phone calls on my normal phone.
I've had this phone number in 3 different states, and I've never changed the phone number from where it was, which is Southern California. And now I actually have a local number. Yeah.
Dude, the 1980s called, man. Nobody. Hey, it's like time to give up a landline. Nobody uses landlines anymore.
All of a sudden, I'm gonna get polling calls. All right, Track Racer had a little video showing off. You had talked about all the Track Racer stuff at Sim Expo, so they did a little video of their stuff. That rig of theirs looks pretty cool.
It is, man. They had some really, really cool stuff there.
I still have an 8-track collection. No, but if I were gonna put a stereo back in my Z, it would be an 8-track. I took the stereo out of the Z. But I would totally put an 8-track in the Z. That would be cool.
Dude, Van Halen's not cool anymore, man. Come on.
That would be the first one I'd buy. I'd be like, oh, okay, let's see here. We need some AC/DC. We need some Metallica.
Grateful Dead.
No. Oh, no. Now you missed.
No?
No. I hate the Grateful Dead. Like, I hate the Grateful Dead. Sorry,
really?
I'm not making fans, but
Kansas.
yeah, I'm not really. Kansas, all right. Chances are, most of it from the '80s and '90s. I love it. All right, Traxon talking about MXGP 24 releases November 28th. So if you're ready, I should buy that for my brother.
Yeah.
I bet my brother would like Xbox Series XX. Oh, this one's not on the old system at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna have to buy my brother a new system soon. If they're starting to do that. Oh wait, PlayStation. No, my brother's on a PlayStation. No, that's his preferred.
Yeah.
Console. They haven't upgraded. He still has a PlayStation 5. Okay. Okay. Close one. Anyway, MXGP. Yes, Assetto Corsa Evo is coming to consoles, in case you were wondering. So it will be released on PlayStation 5 and Series X. Rest easy, as they put it. But you're going to have to wait.
What I really like is, they're not... I'm not going to mention certain companies, but, they made the PC version, but they're also going to make a console version that's completely separate than the PC version. It's not going to be a port or anything like that, which is good because yeah, keep everything separate because every time they try to combine things, it just ruins the game. Just ask Riskfest.
Yep. Yep. Down the toilet.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Van Halen not cool anymore. You only heard it from Amir, and Van Halen's one of the greatest rock and roll bands to ever exist.
I was joking.
Hagar or Roth.
I
don't
prefer
get into that
Hagar, but I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't even get in that one. It was a great band with both.
Yes, that's
Either
true.
or.
I'll give you that.
One of my all-time favorite bands. I Van Halen, of course, dude. I had a Diver Down sticker on my car, on my Camaro in the fucking 80s. I did it again. Man, my filter. What happened to my filter? 1 month away, and I've forgotten how to conduct myself in live. Oh, sorry, Grandma. I'm sorry. My grandma always told me that I'm too intelligent to swear, and that I should have better words to describe my feelings.
Man.
Yeah. All right, EAWRC adds support for numerous Moza devices.
Yep.
So
That'll make Callum happy.
Yeah, if you're a Moza user, you've been having trouble with the EA WRC, I think you're about to find some relief. You got the hiccups.
There you go. Whoa! It's because we're talking about EA WRC. That's what the hiccups are for.
Pista Motorsport to add F2 Argentina, full release plan for 2026.
Yeah, I got to try out Pista. I actually ended up getting it to try it out. It's okay right now. It's okay. If you've been looking at it, I would kind of like hold off to see. Yeah, I just say it's an okay sim for right now. It still needs a lot of work.
What would you need to do? Let's just say, so we talk about Ren Sport. We talk about Pista, Le Mans Ultimate even maybe to an extent in this what do you have to do to break in? Because right now we're down to 2, right? It's Assetto Corsa and iRacing, and even Raceroom's trying to play catch up to an extent, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you have to do? I think it takes more than building just a great sim.
Right. I would say physics. But to be honest, I think nowadays that's kind of secondary as long as you have a sense of realism. But I think right now, the number one thing is probably the immersion levels that sim can bring to you. That's why I like, Race Room. Race Room, the audio quality is probably the best out there. LMU has really good immersion when you get into actually able to race the game, and then
Ren Sport's got the grass, right?
The curbs.
Sorry, iRacing.
Yeah, they got the curbs.
Ren Sport's got the curbs.
Well, it's like I can't even say anything about iRacing's grass, man, because one of the things that was causing me to crash my iRacing to crash was the grass. Once I turned off the foliage, I haven't had a single issue with iRacing ever again.
I went into a session the other day, and I hadn't turned HDR off on my newly built rig over there, and it was impossible.
Yeah, dude. So for me, I'd say the realism of what you feel, and then the immersion factor. I think those are 2 big things.
Yeah, but whatever you do, don't build it from the ground up. Whatever you do.
Or don't use the Unreal Engine.
Yeah. And all the conversation today about the VRS wheel, but Boxus Lap reporting Assetto Corsa Evo, no microtransactions in its new economy system.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
You get all 20 Newton meters right out of the gate.
No, it's good because I think that was because they talked about having a marketplace. And they didn't really give too much information on it, but now they've been releasing more. I think at first when they were at this Sim Racing Expo, they were very reserved on how much info to release because they weren't sure how people were going to be receptive to AC Evo. And then AC Evo, they had like a really good reception to it because it was really a fun. It was a really fun sim to drive. And now they're starting to release that info because people were happy from the playtesting, right? So now they're talking about how that marketplace is going to be kind of like Gran Turismo, where you're going to have an in-game economy, where you can purchase cars and everything through the single player mode. Multiplayer is going to be fully open, but single player mode is where you have to have kind of like a career mode where you purchase things and work on it. And then, luckily, unlike Gran Turismo, you're not going to have microtransactions, so you can buy things faster or drive things faster. Yeah. So you have like somewhat of a true career mode.
Racing Games GG.
Yeah.
They just try to sell me on something called the Pitstop. That's our name! I act like I coined the word. Like no one's ever heard of the word Pitstop before. Okay. Connor. Yeah, isn't it annoying, Connor? It's so annoying. I wish that's something that honestly, my feeling, I wish they'd force it. Like, you can't turn it off, and there's no way to graphically make it annoying, not blinding. Because that's real life. And anybody who's ever been on a real track at the wrong time of day, it is the worst thing. I would rather race in the rain. I would rather race at night than race with blinding sun going into a corner. And I've done all three. So I've raced at night, I've raced in the rain, and there's nothing worse than sun being a problem, usually protecting a corner or two.
Right.
The worst. So scary. All right. Assetto Corsa ACC could get one final update. This is being reported at Racing Games GG, where they stole my pit stop. They stole it from me.
Well, Michael, but that's what iRacing does. That same thing, has essentially that same model where they charge you for cars and tracks, and that's still there's still a very loud portion of the community that doesn't like that. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I don't care either way for me. Like, I don't mind paying my sub to iRacing because I know what I'm getting. I'm okay with it. But there could be, but the other reason is why people prefer AC is because you don't have that pay model. So that could potentially like eliminate a lot of the AC user base, because that's majority of them are people that, one, they love the mods for AC, and then they don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah.
What do you think, Shaun? Should they do an iRacing kind of pay model or no?
No. No one should do an iRacing kind of pay model. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even, like, I wish I knew the number. I should use ChatGPT to find out. What if you, and I used to know the answer because I would do this when I worked at CXC. I would load a new build for one of the customers who would pay for everything out of the gate.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what it would cost, but you get people who are wealthy who are like, oh, just give me the game and get me all the content. And they have no idea. It's like, dude, that's like $3,000. I mean, like, I don't know how much it is. If someone gave me that number, I would be very grateful. No idea what it would cost to, like, right now. Because you get if you bought it all, you get the instant buying discount. Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, I think it's over $3,000 to buy everything on iRacing and like a 2-year subscription. That would be my guess.
Yep, something like that. Yeah.
All right, we're getting close to the end of the show.
Ooh.
You know how I know that?
How do you know that?
I know that for 2 reasons. Number 1, because no one posted their rigs. And number 2, because we're at Simpit Racing. So that's how. Joe Rogan has all... Yeah, exactly. When you build a sim for someone like a Joe Rogan, they'll be like, oh, just give me everything, because they just aren't even aware. And, and then all of a sudden, $3,000 on the credit card. But, you know, if you bought a $70,000 sim, what's another $3,000?
Right.
You know, that's less than the tip. You know? All right. Simpit Rally Championship, EAWRC. This week, they finished up Rally Scandia. And I know I did not make an appearance. I was gonna, but I'm not ready, and F the snow. No. Anyway, PC Deadman winning the event with an overall time of 43:05. David S. finishing in second, 43:53. 47 seconds back. Alesh Mom finishing in third place with a 101. I'm
Ooh.
sorry, with a 44.06, 1 minute back. Let's see. Fearless Z finishing in fourth. Jeff SMKU finishing in fifth. And with that, our championship looking like this. Jeff SMKU leading the way with 100. Oh, we have tight points right now in our top 4.
Yeah.
Jeff SMKU 196 points. PC Deadman 184. Alesh Mom 168. And Max Power with 123. A little way back to Dirge EXE in fifth place overall. If you would like to join the Simpit Rally season, I'm going to try to get in there and do at least one event. Scandia. It's scandalous. Scandia. I'll try to. I got maybe. Let's see. Iberia is next. That starts today. Looking at that. Anyway, if you go to the RaceNet and look up the Simpit Rally Club, you can join us in the Simpit Road Series. Let's see. Last event. No, this can't be right.
What's not right?
Joa won?
He did. He was on his game.
What? No, I'm kidding.
I was catching up to him, and then I beached the car.
That's not cool. Oldest ran the fastest lap. So Joa Antonio winning our event at Phillip Island, which is a fun track. Phillip Island is scary and fun. You got to just
So much fun.
You just got to trust the car and yourself at Phillip Island at like 2 times a lap. You just got to be like, come on, baby. Just hold that road. Anyway, Joa winning with the fast lap of 121.212. And let's see, Andrus Slissons finishing in second place. And Oldest Pudiclus finishing in third place. Neil McDougall and Amir finishing in fifth. I finished 7th in pro, but really I finished in like 10th because I think 3 amateurs beat me. But
I mean, I'll take it from last to first, or not last to first, last to fifth. I'll take that result.
Yeah, you blew by me at some point. I was. It wasn't how quick you went by me. I was happy with when I first saw you back there.
Yeah.
Closing rate got slower each lap because it was like
you were getting quicker and quicker.
So yeah, and I was I was staying with the cars ahead of me for the most part. I was pretty sad.
Man. I was so upset too, man. It was because I think I beached the car at lap 7, and the whole time because I ended up dropping to third place behind Ken, and then I finally passed Ken, and Joa was like 4.5 seconds ahead of me. Then I brought it down to like 3.5 after a couple laps, and then coming down the hill, going through that last chicane, I spun the car. And I beached it. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I couldn't go forward. I couldn't reverse. And finally, going back and forth, rocking the car. Like I finally got the car loose. And you guys were already maybe 20 seconds ahead of me, and just having to recover from that. I was so mad because I could have had a really good fight with Joa. And it just never came to be.
Yeah, that's harsh.
Yeah,
that is harsh. In the amateur class, it was Joseph Spacek winning the race, Brandon Carl in second, Phil Scrutton in third place, Nicholas Batista, Hugh Armstrong are top 5. Lesh, there's only one left. That is the last race. Is that right? It is. Okay.
A rally?
All right. I got to get a rally in this week. I'll get one in this week, I promise. Not fall on the sword promise like that video coming out today, but I'll do my best. Please roust me. Feel free to send me messages on Discord saying you haven't done it. That'll help me remember. Looking at our overall standings after 5 rounds, Neil McDougall leading the way, 168 points. Joe Antonio in second with 159. And Andrus Slissons in third place with 137 points. Chuck Labano and Ken Nickel round out our top 5. And in the amateur division, it's Brandon Carl leading the way with 154 points. Nicholas Batista in second with 144. And Wouter Van Morik sitting in third with 133 points.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see here. I should be in an AM. I should have been...
After last week's, yeah.
After last season. So and Joe, yeah, nothing bad happened, and you had to go around me, so that's like extra double special.
Oh, we got Ian. Ian, hi, buddy. How's it going, buddy? You're back. Yeah, Ian Berryman from IMB. He's with us in the chat. He was moving, so I'm glad he's finally back, man. What else?
Oh, there it is.
You gotta scroll up.
Yeah, almost missed it. Welcome back. Good job. Moving sucks. Moving sucks. All right, coming up very soon, November 9th, is the Campbell Veterans Memorial Foundation. This is a charity race put on by our good friend, Ken Estep, who's always, I've known Ken for a long time. I've met him in person. We've hung out on numerous occasions. Ken is one of the most giving, Ken is like a saint. Ken is all giving. Everything about Ken and everything he does, friends, family, veterans, everything he does is some form of help and outreach and bettering other people's lives. He's an amazing, amazing person. This is a charity that he's very close to, and they're doing this charity race. Me and Amir are both running it. I think Matt Malone's running too, right?
Yep, he is. Yep.
So yeah, should be really cool. November 9th, so just a little over a week away. And there is information for this in the Simpit Discord, and there's a page where you can sign up to register for the race and make your donation. And should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it, and for a really, really good cause.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's next Saturday. Anything to support Ken, man. He has been an awesome person in the Simpit community, just an amazing person in general, just one of the nicest people you could ever meet. And dude, I'm super happy to be helping him out. Same thing, Edgar Sancinelli from Frito Sport. He's been really picking up the, I don't want to say picking up the slack, but helping cover for Ken, because Ken just recently suffered from a stroke. So Edgar's been doing a lot of work trying to help make sure this gets put on. So Edgar, thank you very much for really pushing for this too, helping Ken throughout this as much as you can, man. Really, really good. Thank you. And again, this race is going to be broadcasted by Churn 200. DNet Stuff is sponsoring it. Frito Sport, we're helping out with it too, just advertising for it as much as we can. And yeah, we'd love for anybody and everybody just to come out and race and help support this awesome charity, because all this money goes towards this foundation that helps the families of fallen veterans, help them, move along with their lives and help take care of them. Yeah.
Ooh, I better get some wheel time in the Mustang. That's a tricky car.
Yeah.
Yeah, Edgar, great job by you and everything that you've done on it. And a note to anybody who is interested. So the broadcast by Turn 200 does start at 10:30, but you might want to double check. It'll be under a league section, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
The actual start time, because practice is probably going to start sooner than the broadcast. So that's the broadcast start time we're looking at here on the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that, Edgar, and thank you for all you've done with that, helping Ken out. And again, Ken, really just great guy. Really lucky. Yeah. I'm lucky. We are all lucky to have Ken in our community. And it's not just, that. It's just he's such a giving, sincere, great guy. All right, enough of that. I'm going to get all weepy. All right, let's look at some sim rigs, and then I got to pee. All right? Oh, my Reddit's failing me. Let's see if we can refresh. The perfect rig, office hybrid setup. Looks like a fold-up rig of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his Neo, SimMagic Neo, in a button box. Got the SimMagic pedals. Oh, it's not a fold-up rig. What is that rig? What is that rig? I don't know this rig.
I don't know. I'm kind of following along with chat.
That's okay. It's okay. All right, not bad. So I guess that qualifies as a mullet. Yeah. All right, my simulator is taking shape. Like the lavender walls. It's like Amir's room. Look at this carpet. Look. Holy shagadelic Batman. All right, there are a few things to take in. A few things to take in on this photo here. Oh, that's a rug. All right, sorry. It's a rug. That's it. Okay. Look at the tape. Look at the tape job holding the speakers and everything on this rig. I love
There we go.
I
Yeah,
love
that's-
it. Like yellow electrical tape. It's like, oh, I tried gluing speakers with like hot glue, and it would
Oh.
work. And then all of a sudden they just fall. And I was like, you know what? What are you gonna do? Like, I don't want to drill holes in them. F it. I'm just gonna tape them. That'll work. Double stick tape will fail over time too on anything with weight. You know.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, like because of the vibrations, yeah, it's just no. You just need to find some way to mount them on. Yeah.
Yeah. What's this wheel? That's a home built?
I don't know. Again, I'm just having to watch along with you on this side.
Yeah, you're a little delayed.
Maybe if I pull it up too.
It's just somebody's hub.
Oh, right now that's the Cornwall hub.
Oh, that's like the built one, the one you
The
built.
one that you can build, the rally,
Okay.
but you can also, you can go on Alibaba or AliExpress and buy them too. But that's the
Right.
design that's from the Cornwall.
All right. This guy found this Thrustmaster at a pawn shop. That's badass. It's a nice wheel to find it. I wonder if they
Yep.
knew what they had.
Because I think I don't know if I want to build that Cornwall button box next or a different one. I'm still deciding.
I thought that was kind of ugly with the center encoder. Yeah?
I'm talking about the Thrustmaster or the.
No, the Portnoy one.
I mean, this is meant to be their rally button box, not just to be used
Oh,
normally.
that's going over the wheel. I see.
Yeah.
I see what they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else. Race logic. Why didn't anyone tell me that I need a 3D printer to do sim racing? Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
I haven't
That's
turned
what my
mine on
thing
in
is
a
for.
while. I had my one that broke. There's an active pedal. I had mine that died, and I gave up on it, and I was going to throw it away, and then one day I just put a file in and hit print, and it printed it out fine. The thing hadn't worked in like 100 prints, and and so now I still have it because I'm like, well, I guess I won't throw it away. But I've like totally given up on 3D printing, so
I gotta get an enclosure for mine because now it's starting to get cold. So, yeah, you need to keep it like in a heat area. So I need to get an enclosure so I make sure my prints still come out good so I can finish my rig build.
here's the Portnoy button box.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
Now that looks cool. You should build me one of those.
Which one?
It looks like a car interior button box, not a.
Oh, this one.
steering
Yeah, that's
wheel.
another one. Yeah. It's a modular design, so you can get just like the backlit buttons by itself, and then the two sides, those are add-ons, so you can add on to it too.
Oh, I don't want them as add-ons. I want it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
3D printers do give off fumes, and I'm guessing that in 10 years, going to tell us that they're a lot worse than we were first let to believe.
I mean, yeah, you're melting plastic essentially.
And if you get a resin printer, they tell you explicitly not to do it inside,
Yep.
or at least not in in a ventilated area.
Right.
But they almost act like it should be outside, which the printer wouldn't work very well
Yeah.
outside. Okay, what else? I think that's it. Looking at some stuff, but no real rigs. I was hoping to see some DIYs.
I know. Yeah, I don't see a lot of DIYs either.
Yeah. All right. So, any other thoughts? Anybody out there? Any thoughts, questions, concerns, comments on the show today? Observations? Feel free to watch my video that will be coming out today. Feel free to be critical of anything I'm attempting to do different and send me a message. Go ahead, Amir.
No, are you sure it's going to be out today?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Positive?
I mean, when we say today, we mean November 1st.
Is it like today my time, today for me, or today for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, like Joa gave me till 11:59, I think he said that I will take till 11:59.
Okay. I'm just saying because for me it's 6 o'clock at night, so.
Yeah, it won't be today for you. It's already tonight.
Oh.
That was
Well,
what Tom Jones. What time today? 11:59. Did you hear you're supposed to get rid of all your black utensils? Speaking of black plastic fumes, have you ever heard that? Do you own black utensils like a spatula or whatever?
Never heard of that.
You don't, you don't own any? It's
I
like
do.
when I go to the store now, that's all you can buy. They don't even make white anymore.
I mean,
I'm not trying to make this a black-white thing. I'm just saying, when I go to the store, I can only get a black spatula.
You can get different colors.
Black. That's all I can find. I go to cheap stores. I go to Target.
Oh, that's why.
You know, I like
Target's a cheap store?
Well, it's not like Bed Bath and Beyond. It's not
I don't know.
Saks Fifth Avenue. It's,
You got to remember, I'm in Europe, man, so I don't really know about.
Dan DiMaggio, what's up? Yeah, Target's cheap. That's like Walmart. Target.
I thought Target was like a step above Walmart. Because I thought it was
they'd like to
you get
think so,
like
but they're not.
Walmart. You got Walmart, Target, and then Kohl's and Bed Bath and Beyond, and yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
You've been gone a while.
Again,
No,
I've
you're
been
right.
I've been Europeanified.
Walmart is the worst of the worst.
Okay.
Like
Well, yeah, because Kmart's not a thing anymore, is it?
yeah,
That's right.
no, Kmart used to have that award, but now it's Walmart, and Sears is going.
Okay.
No. And yeah, Target, I would say they are a half a step. I'm not even gonna give them a full step up.
Okay.
And then what was our next level?
Then you had like
Kohl's.
Kohl's.
Yeah, Kohl's. Kohl's. So Kohl's. Kohl's isn't so bad. Like you have to be kind of careful at Kohl's. Like half of Kohl's looks like it used to be sold at Walmart, and now it's at Kohl's.
Okay.
And half of it looks like it was at like oh god, I don't know the name of premium stores. I'm so dated. Let's say it was at Macy's, and now it's at Kohl's, right? And so yeah, Kohl's is hit and miss, but pretty decent.
Okay.
And then Bed Bath and Beyond was definitely a little more posh though, and like premium and more expensive. But you could get a 20% off coupon, right?
Right.
So
yeah, like it's weird. Like Europe here, like you have stores and stuff, but you don't have department stores like Walmart, Target, and like those are maybe like they have them in the big cities here, but like where I'm at, like we don't have anything. There's what is it? I mean, I've only seen like Primark and like TK Maxx, which is like TJ Maxx in America. But yeah, we don't like here in Europe. They don't really have that kind of stuff here. It's like you're either buying off of Amazon or going into the city to like the small retailers.
right.
Yeah.
Caitlin, I think they are getting. That's why I said it's only a half. Like they used to be better. Target used to be cleaner and nicer, and Walmart was just like where you'd go and get stabbed. And I think Target is quickly getting to Walmart level. But what was really discouraging to me is many years ago I went to a Walmart neighborhood market, I think they call it, and it's their upscale. It was like them coming after Whole Foods, I think. And when I first went to one, it was like nice, and I'm like, oh, this is definitely not like going to Walmart. So I just moved to a new zone, right? And Walmart was forbidden in Santa Cruz. And so now I'm here and I'm like, oh, I got a Walmart. I got to go get my bulk items, right? And so I went there and it was like, oh my God, like, can they just hire somebody with a broom or a mop? I mean, come on. Like, you're selling clothing. I don't want to buy clothing if your place is this filthy. You're selling food. I don't want to buy food if your place is this filthy. Anyway, so I was really discouraged. I left, and there's a Walmart neighborhood store, or whatever they call it, around the corner. And I went there, and it was just as bad. And it was like, what was the point of creating your upscale?
Yeah.
Like, if Lexus just started... Well, and Lexus is kind of guilty of this, too, actually. If you let the Lexus brand just become synonymous with Toyota, then it really defeats the point of having a second brand. It needs to be nicer and noticeably nicer, not just a trim package difference. Same thing with Walmart. Anyway, I could do this all day. So I don't have any TJ Maxx experience, to be honest. And Joe, Bed Bath went bankrupt here.
Yeah, I mean, TJ Maxx were like here, TK Maxx. They're just, they're outlet resellers. That's all they are. Yeah, they just sell last season's brands. There, yeah,
Hey, Dan DiMaggio, how you doing, buddy?
yeah.
And what was the other part to this? I don't know. All right.
I don't know.
With this said, no. Our the other problem. This is so bad, but markets have been giving like geographical monopolies, at least out in California. So this wasn't the case even 10 years ago. But like now, you will not find a Ralph's and a Safeway and a whatever. It's like, no, it's usually like Safeway owns your, it's like almost like cable companies now. It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
there is no choice. I have Safeway. I have Safeway or I have little tiny mom and pop markets.
Yeah.
So because of that, Safeway has raised the prices through the roof. They've cut all their staff. And so now, same thing as Walmart. It's like, well, now Safeway's filthy. And it's like, this is where I come to buy groceries. This is like where I come to buy the food that I'm going to take home and make in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Why is it freaking gross? I filtered myself. Freaking gross. And so anyway, because of this, I have become like a giant Whole Foods guy. Because I'll tell you what, Amazon, you can say what you want. I'm not a big fan of Amazon. But Whole Foods, when you go in, is spotless. And it's overstaffed. And it's like, okay, you know what? Since we're talking about my food, this is kind of important to me. It might be worth paying a couple extra nickels here and there.
Yeah.
Now, you can't buy a can of Coke at, Coca-Cola at Amazon, at Whole Foods. So that's the downside. Like, don't think you're going to go buy your, fatty American food there. No Doritos, no Coca-Cola. They do sell Ben and Jerry's. So, anyway, all right. Now we're off topic. Now we're not even well. I guess food is sim racing. In my opinion, food is sim racing topic though.
Yes,
because you got to.
You need to make sure you're eating healthy food.
Yeah, you can't race if you can't eat.
Top of your game.
Yeah, so be sure to get out there. I got to eat too. Get some good food in you, people. Get out there, do some sim racing. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you. It's really good to be back. Amir, thank you for holding down the fort. Thank you for being here. I like when we get to do our dual pit stops. It's certainly a good time.
Me too, man.
I
love it.
Work on time. I don't know, 2 hours, but I don't know.
As long as we're having fun, I don't care how long we're on the air.
No junk at Whole Foods. No, I to their credit, they have no junk. If I had children, I would probably only shop at Whole Foods. Since I'm already a lost soul, it doesn't matter. I can eat junk. But if I had kids, they would be eating Whole Foods. So, get out there, do some sim racing. Great to be back, everybody. Sunday. We'll be at Suzuka. One of us will be streaming. Somebody will stream. I'm not sure. I got to do some streaming work, apparently, because I've dropped 248,000 frames.
Oh, yeah. You got to figure that out, buddy.
So, apologize for that. All right, came away. Bandwidth check, YouTube bitrate check, co-op LMU. Got to roust Amir. We're going to try to get some of that done. Get chat put onto this stream for the pit stop. We like having our chat on the replay. And then lastly, and don't anyone out there forget this, watch Amir. He's up to some scandalous stuff, I can tell. And holding out. So
You'll find out.
That's going to do it for this one. Any last words, Amir?
No, guys, have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll catch you back again on Sunday for the stream for our races. And Shaun's going to have his video out today. I'm working on my video for next week, and then, get out there and sim race, guys. Take care.
Have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole. That's Amir Assad. And we will see you.
Oh, say like that.
I'm Shaun Cole, and that's
Amir Assad.
And we will see you on the track.